Here's the problem with having a small bike at intersections. It doesn't register, right? It doesn't trip the sensor for the traffic light to change, right? These strips here gather the weight of the car, right? I'm assuming sometimes there's sensors, and yeah, you're gonna be stuck at the intersection for quite a long time. So that's a con. It's definitely a con. It's really unfortunate. So what is left to do? You go on a red. It's clearing this side, clearing that side, and away we go. Well, it's definitely a really nice morning here in Tempe, Arizona. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to another Motovlog where I talk about my 2022 Honda Grom, otherwise known as the MSX 125. I'm currently on my way, make a trip to run an errand while I'm at work. I'm going to a really cool store. Some of you may like it, some of you may not. Going over to the Tempe Harbor Freight store. I'm gonna pick up some supplies there real quick, make a dash, go in and out, and I'm gladly volunteered to use my bike to go pick up some supplies. I want to add some miles to this bike. It's fun. It's a blast. To give you an update, I am currently, wow, it's really dusty. I'm currently at 411 miles. So I just put 400 miles not too long ago. Will I make it? Absolutely. High beam. And should I just put on my high beam? Let's leave them on. So yeah, let me go ahead and talk about an update since putting 400 miles. On my last video on the Honda Grom meetup here in the Phoenix area, on my way to the meetup, I started getting this wind noise, right? I'm like, man, what is that? And that noise sounds very peculiar. And turns out that it's not necessarily wind noise, but that noise was coming from the engine, right? And so it was just getting louder and louder. And I'm like, is it? I wasn't really sure if I was hearing something, but yeah, sure enough, it is actual engine noise. And I noticed that if I am in 5th gear or in 4th gear, after riding for about 20 minutes in 5th gear, of course, about 15, 20, 25 minutes, I start developing some kind of engine noise, right? Some kind of noise coming from the transmission. And I say it's the transmission because when I pull in the clutch, the noise doesn't go away. As long as I am still moving forward, and I pull in the clutch, I still have that engine noise. It's not until I click down from 5th to 4th and it still continues, and click down one more gear as I'm slowing down into 3rd, the engine noise goes away. And so this is a little concerning. I've noticed that I looked it up, and there are at least one that I've seen, another YouTuber. I'll go ahead and put a link to his video in the description below, where he talks about riding into also about 15 minutes into the video or so, that he starts getting this noise, right? This kind of engine noise. And so, it's annoying, right? So it's not only annoying, but it's a little concerning, considering that maybe this is if there's enough concerns or enough other riders, 2022 Honda Grom riders that develop this type of problem, that maybe that this is something problematic with the 2022, since they've added a fifth gear to the gearbox, and maybe this will develop into some kind of recall or something. So I'm going to go ahead and try to look into that also. Let me know in the comments below if you have a 2022 false neutral. It's still there. Let me know in the comments below if you have a 2022 Honda Grom and you also have some kind of a engine noise, like a transmission noise, when you're when you use the bike over 10-20 minutes and you're in fourth gear, fifth gear. Do you develop some kind of a engine noise? I'm really curious, right? Maybe this is something that is widespread and not just in a couple of Groms. And I'm curious to see if Honda would create some kind of a recall where, maybe it's lacking some kind of a bushing, right? Some kind of I don't know, something. Very curious. A little disappointed, concerned, but yeah, let's see what happens if there anything develops. All right, let's see. Do I get to park up close? Yes, of course. Right up front in the shade. Let's do 60 grit. Then like 5 of these, 150. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Have a good day.
You do the same. I keep thinking about that South Park, the South Park episode where they buy the cheap jewelry and they sell it, online or to old people or whatnot, like at after midnight, sell the shows, and then they pawn them, the same jewelry, and then they sell it to the same people that have smelters, and they melt down the cheap gold or whatever it is, and then they resell it again. That's a pretty funny episode. It's a guilty pleasure. What can I say? South Park. Ha! It's pretty funny. And away we go. All right, here we go. All right, now we're gonna go to Napa Auto Parts. Picks up some lithium grease. So anyway, as I was saying before, a little concerned about that engine noise. It's only during fourth and fifth gear. I'm curious of if there's some kind of a fix, right? How many people have that same issue? Because I think there was another guy on YouTube that was complaining. He's like, oh, it's making this noise. This is, I'm gonna take it back to the dealership, and I don't know. I'm gonna see if I could find the link to that video that I'm referring to. I think he had like the yellow 2022 Grom. If I find the video, I'll put it in the description below. But yeah, other than that, right? So I have some engine noise that was developing, 20 minutes in, and the other thing is the false neutral. Now the false neutral, I get it, right? Depending on the R1200 GS, sometimes it was a little challenging to get in neutral, but yeah, it was there. The Aprilia was really good about finding neutral. The RC51 was really good finding neutral. I think the Suzuki TL 1000S was decent. You know, all the motocross bikes that I've ridden weren't that bad. Some were really finicky. I remember the Yamaha 426 was decent. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know. Does everybody else agree that the false neutral is it's annoying, but it is what it is, considering that it's a small transmission. So that's my update. I will go ahead and do I keep thinking that has 6 gears. I'm used to bigger bikes, a liter bike. So I said I was going to go and do a review at 300. I'm just going to go and way off and do the 500 and see if anything progresses from the engine noise that I've been getting. Let's see if the false neutral remains or if it gets better or worse. Other than that, the bike has been an absolute blast to ride around and put around town, you know, to and from work every day. You know, I sometimes get on it during the weekend if I'm not using my vehicle and pick up, you know, if I'm not running errands to pick up groceries or whatnot. But it has been an absolute treat. It's to wipe it down, to clean it up, takes minutes. It's very, very quick. And of course, the gas mileage. Gas mileage is probably the #1 reason why I got this bike. Not only is it fun to use, but it's super economical. And you know, at 133 miles per gallon, I'm definitely not going to complain. About that, especially with the gas prices the way they've been fluctuating. Yeah, I'll write this till the wheels fall off. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. Thanks again for tuning in and joining me as I take you along for a little mini rides. If you haven't already done so, please hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later. Or I'll see you guys then. I'll see. If you haven't already done so, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it off there, okay? Yeah. This is... can't help it. Just... this is so much fun. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and drop it off there. Alright. I'm really enjoying the weather. Now, am I enjoying the weather because I'm on the Honda Grom? Or is it really because it is nice weather and I'm also on the Grom? Aha. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it off there. Thanks for joining me while I take you on some mini rides, and I have quick discussions about the Honda Grom, the 2022 MSX 125 for those of you who are in the other parts of the world. Really appreciate you joining me. If you haven't already done so, please hit that like and subscribe button. I really do appreciate it, guys. Until then, thanks again, and I'll catch you guys later.